Alright guys, not sure what happened there. Live stream kind of screwed up. But now we have all of our jets in. Our main jets are in, and all of our smaller, or our larger pilot jets are in. So all four, or excuse me, 8 jets are in this carburetor, and now we're gonna do some cleaning. Now what I like to do, see this right here? Q-tip, some brake cleaner, carb cleaner, whatever you have. Fit really good for cleaning where your float goes for the valve. And you need to do this or these things will leak. This right here, this rubber nipple pretty much keeps the fuel from leaking down. I have had issues with these carbs so far, leaking down and actually flooding the cylinders. I have a fuel shut off on there now, so it won't do it. That's freaking clean. Look at this. Okay, but we're going to do all of them again just because we're at this point, and you want to polish that all the way around. These get corroded, these freeze up. You know, you want to work this whole thing, especially in old carburetors. Ooh, that felt a little gritty. Let me get a new one, just to make sure. That's the irritating part of carburation. I will admit that if everything's not just perfect, and now we're dealing with 4 carburetors, you think it's aggravating having 1 carburetor leak down. Imagine having 4, and one of the 4 starts leaking down. Starts making a mess. Let's see. Another one here. Q-tips are great to keep in the shop for many of reasons. Mostly cleaning. I pulled these out of our first aid kit, ironically. And now these feel really, really clean. Put some table, spray it down. Everything's looking pretty clean. Happy with this. Let's see. Nothing to complain about with this. So at this point, we're going to start reinstalling our carburetors. I mean our floats. And then this is just tedious, you know, it's not a big deal. You do want to make sure, I'm not sure if you can see it, that little brass float right here, okay, right there. That valve needs to move completely effortless. If it's jamming at all, you'll either flood or they'll be stuck closed. So if they're stuck closed, you'll get no fuel. Stuck open, it floods the carburetor, floods the engine, so on and so forth. Just creates a bunch of issues. Let me drop the stuff like a goon. Okay. Pin in. It's just all really easy stuff. Again, tedious but easy. So take your time, make sure everything is as clean as possible. Like I said, I've already had this carburetor apart, so I know it's already clean for the most part. Even being clean, I cleaned it again, because you can never have a carburetor too clean. I'm gonna move this sure it makes no difference, but I want all of these little clips on here facing the same direction. See right here, the way they're bent, just for clearance reasons, I want them all to be facing up. I'm sure it makes no difference, but keeping everything uniformed is very important in a carburetor. We're going to give all of these bowls a quick spray down. Like I said, clean, but if it's apart, you need to clean it more every single time. And actually, I'm going to try to avoid to get anything on these gaskets, because sometimes it makes the gasket expand and it goes back once the brake cleaner dries off, but it is kind of a pain in the butt. So just keep that in mind. eBay is your best friend for all this stuff. A lot of people ask me, where do you find all these parts? Man, internet. The beauty of eBay. I mean, like this jet kit came from Biloxi. This jet kit I ordered on eBay came from someone who literally lives 60 miles from where I am. You just never know. Now it's important to keep these bowls organized, and I'll show you why. 1 second. See these drains? They all need to line up the correct way. 2 on this side and 2 on this side facing outward. If you don't put them in correctly, you won't be able to get to the drain on the carburetor, and sometimes you need to make sure maybe if you're getting gas, right? That's a good way to check if you're getting fuel to your carburetor, is actually loosening one of these. Got what you need?
They don't have it.
What? Napa sucks.
Yeah,
Why do you need that part so bad? You can't figure out a socket all on a 1/4-inch drive?
I know, you just take this one key.
Oh, you want to use it so you can put your impact on it.
4 carburetors. Oh, man.
Yep. You know it, Eduardo.
Yeah. Every time I see it, oh. You think it'll be okay?
What, these carbs? Yeah, they should be fine. Yet they've given me some problems in the past, so I don't have, an overwhelming amount of confidence in them, but no, they should be fine.
Now you're in a good mood now.
I had to put a jet kit in it because the open air filters. Get rid of the air box, gonna flow more air, need more fuel. You know the game.
What is this? Filter?
More air filters, yeah. China. Oh, China.
Come with the battery.
What?
They come with the Corona battery.
Oh, don't say that. Let's see. Very important these sit in straight. Sometimes if you're having trouble with this, use lithium grease to hold them on. And that way the gaskets will fall out when you flip it over, especially when the gaskets get kind of hard. They'll do that because there's nothing holding them in. Okay. idle adjustment is right here. And it does indeed go. It's mounted to this bowl here. Just gonna clean this up. Drop this on. Oops. And we'll put these on first. That way it lines everything up. Screw, and then we are done. It's a full jet kit installed from your washers on your needle to your main jet and your pilot jet. Remember, pilot jet is for idle, the main jet is for everything off of idle. Go through and tighten all these. Again, don't ever abuse these or over tighten them. No point. Can't tell you how many carburetors I've worked on and these freaking screws are stripped because the carburetor's leaking, so they think, well, I'll just tighten the screws harder. Well, it's not why it's leaking, cowboy. It's freaking leaking because the rubber gasket's hardened. Okay, and yes. All right. Feeling pretty confident. Let's see how this air filter is going to fit. Flip this over to the correct side too. That probably helped. Totally, China. Hey, it actually fits. Looks good too. Should I leave this little fancy sticker on here? Maybe a thumbs up if I should. Anybody? No? It's kind of... We'll leave the bedazzle on here. But I guess I can just install these on the bench. Might as well. No reason not to. I do like how tight these fit. That's great. Really happy about that. Beautiful. Yeah, look at this. I pinched. How did this happen? I'll tell you how it happened. This brake cleaner did exactly what I said it would do. Ooh, I got lucky there. Almost pinched an O-ring. Now would have leaked like no tomorrow. Look how aggravating that is. Now it's right back in. Let's show you guys. Exactly what I was talking about using a little lithium grease on here to hold this in. because they like to move. And the brake cleaner makes the rubber expand every freaking time. Alright, I got really lucky, it didn't pinch it. Let's see. Okay. Steady, nice and tight. Constantly learning here. Always. I even know better and still make mistakes. It's the beauty of mechanics. All right, try this again. Now I did go with like a K&N style air filter. I mean the foams are better. Honestly, foam filter is always a better option for off-road applications, every time. But this thing's not going to see an overwhelming amount of off-road use. No, I mean it will, but I don't even like how these air filters are able to rotate. It seems like this rubber housing is literally just sitting in here, which it obviously is. Yeah, this can just pop right out. So yeah, that's not my favorite. So filtration, these pretty much suck. But they will get the job done for the time being. That's what we need. We need to get this thing running correctly.